Oh, didn't have the record mic button on, but alright, we are back at some Crusader Kings in a custom game from the old Gods start, 769. I have been restart scumming. I'm not going to disclose how many times tonight I have restart scummed the exact circumstances that I'm going to replicate. We will reset the rules with Sunset Invasion off, Shadow Retreat off. And we're going to start the game as King Svijod of Sweden. Actually, before we start, I am going to flip on the option that is in somewhere. Cultural title names off. English name is used for all titles of the ruling nation. That is going to help me a lot because I cannot pronounce some of these crazy Norse names. But I threw some screenshots up on the Facebook Crusader Kings 2 group of a playthrough of Sweden that I had been undertaking, where basically what I did was subjugated Denmark for my first subjugation war, because with the become King of Sweden ambition, and we're going to become a war focus because we're Vikings. We must pick the war focus. But with the become King of Sweden subjugation focus, if you blow your first subjugation war on somebody within the de jure Kingdom of Sweden, it's basically a wasted war, and there is nobody. Maybe Nordland has 2 provinces, but there's nobody. Oh, I guess Akershush. This guy right here, Norway, he might be worth it, but he only has 2. Bigger fish, if you can subjugate Denmark from the start. Much bigger fish. Subjugate him from the start. Subjugate Harold the Wartooth of Denmark from the get-go, and you can snowball out of control. In the screenshots that I posted, it was the year 787, even though really from the year 780, I had all of the Norse rulers either subjugated or had sworn fealty to me. Norse faith was reformed. I had picked up the shipbuilding technology through all of the fighting that the Norse folks do, and you get technology from the fighting. So I picked up shipbuilding early, built my shipyard early, raiding early, because the Viking Age starts in 790, so 10 years before the Viking Age, I'm out raiding. The Viking faith was reformed around 785, which opened up holy wars. Great holy wars open up at 790 with the start of the Viking Age if you have the reformed faith. So that was something down the line to look forward to. Right here, our spy master is level 16. It's actually our queen. Hello. So we're going to keep her in Upland. Don't want her. Oh no, we should have sent her to Constantinople, because the whole point of this frustrating restarts coming is that King Sigurdur is Ragnar Lodbrok's father. So if we can raise Ragnar Lodbrok, fine. All of you, our peers out there, all of you History Channel Vikings fans, if you can replicate what I did in my game, which I'm trying to replicate on this recording, you can have an OP Ragnar Lodbrok, Emperor of Scandinavia, which was the title that I was only a few gold away from forming in the screenshots that I posted. At the time, only the Kingdom of Sweden had been formed, but I could have also formed Norway, and I controlled all of Denmark, controlled most of Norway. Iceland, Orkney, not under my control. They didn't want to swear fealty to you, and they're hard to go and invade. But basically, the world is your oyster. If you have Ragnar Lodbrok with decent stats, inheriting Scandinavia, like, just, he's gonna go and destroy the world. So, without further ado, we're gonna let this game get started. Got a little over 2,000 troops, which is pretty good. That's actually the best of any of the attempts I've made tonight. So, this had better be the one. Oh! And on January the 15th, haven't had this happen before, we got some raiders that spawned. That's going to help a whole bunch. That is going to help so much. So we are going to subjugate Denmark. We're going to call up troops. I'm going to individually call up all of my vassals. Oh, we can't merge because the raiders. So we should be able to merge all of the raiders into one group. So here's the thing with the raiders, is they'll still fight with your force, you just can't merge them with your force. I think if we set raiding on, which they're forced to raid. It says that tooltip is wrong. It says unit is not forced to raid. They're not forced to raid this province. They're not forced to raid an upland. But they are forced into the raiding stance. But if we bring them into a battle, they should come into the battle. That is the important part. So we called Aland, Vestmanland, and Bornholm. I like that so much better. Whatever the Norse name for that, I couldn't say it. Thank God I deleted all of my original shots. But, ooh, Ostrogothia. That's, I like that better than Austergautland and Westergautland. Westrogothia and Ostrogothia. I like those. I like both of those better. Those are easier to say. Thank God for the English language. Yes, all of the vassals are coming to war. So we're gonna go StarCraft style on this, and we are gonna zerg at Scania, Skane. We are gonna rush at that. Deselect the raiders. Get everybody else together. 2,200 troops like that. That is a good number to have. We've got another 800, another 200. Let's go ahead. Let's jump to Farron. We got another 500 from that little island? No way, I've never seen that high. Usually it's like 150 to 250. You're like 300 is lucky off of the Bornholm Island, but 519 I never would have dreamt of. So deceitful or honest? Let's go ahead. We were going to want honest. The diplomacy is far more important than intrigue at this point, but we didn't get either, so let's stop like that. Let's get down to brass tacks. We're going to hit Scania. We are not going to hit Scania, because they have another 800 and something troops right behind us. Okay. So I don't think... I think because of the presence of raiders, that the rest of our troops don't want to link up with our troops. And Australia is... I may have just blown the Zerg tactic. I may have just blown it. Because I think because there's raiders in our army, that my vassals don't want to come and meet up with the main force. Yes, and they don't. 10th of April, 11th of April, 12th of April. We are going to roll the dice with this. We're going to have close to 2,850 of 2,272. What kind of generals do we have? We need to run from this. We have decent generals. Ooh, I don't like this. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. But here comes the rest of the army. We're gonna go for it. If this fails, we got this is better work we just got. Please, got the we're gonna take that, and we are gonna for absolute vassals. I think our vassals are gonna get here just in time. Hopefully, this battle is just one in our favor anyways. But here come the vassals. We're gonna send the raiders out. Yes. Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes. So we are going to keep everybody together. Let's go into Blackinge. This is the playthrough. This is the playthrough. We did it, finally. But none of our vassals are following us for some reason. Hopefully the morale kill is oh, our raiders got them out for us. Here comes the rest of the troops. I don't care if it's the raiders. Raiders will win this. Just kind of a nice buff. Where's the raiders? We're gonna take these raiders and we're gonna send them to Jelland, where they won't be able to take stuff. What about Finn? Finn, they won't be able to take stuff. What about this one? Won't be able to take stuff. Slav won't be able to take stuff. Upland Raiders. What to do with the Upland Raiders? Just for the time being, and I've realized that my generals were with the raiders instead of the army. Cut everybody else in more. Good thing our vassals are coming with us. We should all hit right around the same time. Yeah, this is a tough game. This is a tough game. There it is, and they're running into Blackinge. This is a done game. And their Norse troops are gonna try to march south for some reason, instead of making a last-ditch effort. Whatever. I think my vassals are following me now, so we're gonna take these raiders, we're gonna disband them. Because I don't like how they're messing with everything anytime we go into Austergouthia. Anytime we go into their land, they're raising troops. I'm sure they're hostile towards us. Yeah, of course, but bring it. What are you gonna do? We're gonna subjugate Denmark, and then you're all of them are gonna be. But we do need. Alright, so step 2 to this plan. Let's get ahead of ourselves. Back to place. Step 2 to this plan is Austergouthia needs to invade Westergouthia. I do not quite know how subjugation mechanics work. Very nice. There's our first Lightfoot infantry leader is going to be the best. Or the Viking leader is going to Ostgalthia needs to invade Westergalthia. I don't quite understand how this whole subjugation casus belli decides who gets what when you get land or not. But this dude, King of Ostgalthia, I'm not going to try to... Jorvidar, if he takes Westergalthia, when you usurp him, you'll get Westergalthia, you'll get Ostgalthia. But then, you will also get... We captured somebody, we captured a nobody. Perfect. Can we ransom him? We can't ransom him. Well, we're going to hold on to him. Yeah, we'll release him. For the opinion bonus of people that will soon be our vassals. But, if Ostgalthia subjugates Westergalthia, Ostgautland subjugates Westergautland, Westergautland, then... Oh! This is... I keep getting interrupted by Commander Slave, but I inherited his lands, so I guess that's fantastic. We're going to want Outland eventually. We want that to be... That's part of the upland de jure area, so we want that. We want our heirs to get Outland. But, alright, so without starting a third time, if Ostgalthia takes Westergalthia, and then you subjugate Ostgalthia, when they have both, I noticed, when they had both, that you get Ostgalthia the county and just the county. So that's why I wanted that claim on Gotland, so that you can get a nice little de jure area in here, even though it will be under constant threat of Gavelkind. Whatever though. So, when Ostgalthia does not take Westergalthia, I have noticed that when you subjugate both, you get nothing. You usurp the ducal title, but you get no counties. We'll see if that's different this time around. Yes, we might have to play a patient game, wait for Ostgalthia to subjugate Westergalthia, do it way stronger. It looks like the Danes are going to crack. Very little troops left. They're going to take Sudermania. Oh well, we're gonna circle up there and rumble stomp them. I apologize for the slurring of speech. This is actually, full disclosure, take 7 of the evening. If you're keeping up with the Facebook group, I posted some screen caps of a Norse campaign, Swedish campaign, that I did this in, and I didn't realize it as part of the time, so I posted kind of... let's give Bjorn a chance. I kind of posted in a matter-of-fact way to somebody else who was asking for advice that, like, oh, you should do just like I did, without realizing that what I did was completely lucky to RNG, and it's now taken me 6 or 7 attempts, however many attempts I just said, to replicate what I did. But the next steps are still going to be crucial. They're still going to be fun. If you're new to Crusader Kings, if you don't normally play Norse rulers, if you do normally play Norse rulers and you're looking for a stronger start, I definitely recommend this Zergish tactic. Know that I've restart scummed 6 or 7 times now. I think it's actually only 6. I'm pretty sure this is take 6. This is take 6. I know this is take 6. I restart scummed 6 times now. Ooh, that bothers me. I am about to cross a river, and we don't want to do that. So we're going to move to Vestmentland. Oh, shit. We don't like it when our wife is pregnant. Not now. We already have a son. But oh well. I was hoping not. The screen caps that I posted, that I keep referring to, that anybody that hasn't seen them doesn't give a shit about, but the screen caps that I posted, I had a daughter, and that was it. So it was Ragnar Lodbrok plus a daughter, no sons. And all was well in the Norse world. So hopefully this won't be another son, because you can't kill your sons under Gavelkind. You can't send them to join holy orders or anything like that, which is freaking annoying. There's victory. There's some more imprisoned. Peoples. Oh no, that was just an alert. Oh look, they've raised 500 more petty troops. We're gonna take our province back. We're gonna hit this army one more time. Score. Still at 57 gold. Considering what was it, 8 or 9 gold for that claim on Goutland. We are going to pull out. We're going to start trying to form a claim on Nuamadal, because it's a holy site, and we're going to have 2 holy sites after we take Jelland, and we need 3 to reform the faith. We need 3, and we need piety to reform the faith. So let's take back our... We are going to assault, and we took it back. Our own holding. So take it back. I don't know where the rest of those Danish troops went. There they are. They're going to get here in time. They're probably going to come in and they're just going to reassault. Or they're going to run away like the little bitches that they are. But, pardon language, pardon the slurring speech. Hitting a bottle hard right now. Not hard, but I mean we're on take 7. We're on take 6, not 7. And this has finally worked out for us. So I'm just gonna keep mopping up this army and keep talking. We're not gonna fire anybody from the council. Who wants to be buried? For you? You have 12. Okay. You have 12. 11. You're a whatever. Dude. Okay. So that was all gibberish, but basically a courtier wanted to be my chancellor, and my chancellor would have also made a better marshal than my marshal, but my marshal is one of my vassals, so tough shit to my courtier that wants to be my chancellor. I saw too many people just for a 1 increase in diplomacy for a chancellor. We've taken more prisoners. We're gonna just release prisoners because they're non-essential. They're non-essential and they'll like us better because once we subjugate Sigeland, whatever, how do you even say that? Once we subjugate Sigeland, we're going to take that ducal title, all of his vassals become our vassals, and we want those guys to like us so that they'll go into our future wars with us. And actually, what is this? It looks like Westergothia is attacking Ostrogothia, and I don't know who's going to win that duel. It looks like Westergothia actually has more troops. That's surprising, and they just took Verend. I don't really care. As long as one takes the other, I'll be happy as a clam. I mean, we already have Nariki, which is part of Westergothia. And from what I can tell... Oh. Oh, Gotland is really nice, though. Pardon the sound effects. I would much rather have Ostrogouthia. Oh, but there we go. Now he has 1,800 troops to their 1,400, so maybe he'll pull back. Hopefully. And if worst comes to worst, we'll get involved with that fight. Let's finish this war once and for all. The war that we're actually in. We'll finish that one once and for all. They're going to try to run, but we're going to catch them, and then we'll siege down their capital, and all will be good with the world. Bad. Not a bad place to be. Still only 75%. We are going to go ahead and assault. We're going to take some troop loss. We pulled it off up to 82. And the temple holding will fall pretty easily. Up to 82% war score. That's what I meant. The temple folding is going to fall pretty easily right afterwards. Oh, we got a daughter. Thank Odin. Thank Odin for a daughter. And inspiring leader is always good. Moral damage defense. Siege leader is freaking great. Organizer isn't too bad. That siege leader. I don't know. I don't want more. I think we're going to pick up siege leader. And the reason we're going to pick up siege leader is it is going to save us money. We are going to win all of our wars after we subjugate Denmark. It's just going to be a given. Got some prisoners. And there's those people that we released. But, oh, we can ransom these people too. Let's start making money off this. But, the length of sieges is going to cost money. Assaulting is going to cost troops. Yeah, maybe inspiring leader would have been better. But it's pretty close. I think with the 40% siege, and now we're at 100%. We're going to ransom one last person, and then we are going to end this war. But, and they can't ransom anymore. Okay, of course, peace. Oh, maybe that last. There it is. The last one went through. And force peace. And now it's OP time. Somebody's already forming a defensive pact. Threat 18. I've been playing with threat off, so all of my Norse campaigns thus far was threat off, but I turned threat back on just for these campaigns. Just for these playthroughs tonight to show how you can get an OP and overpowered start to your Norse campaign as Sweden, which we've just pulled off. I'm just looking at the world trying to decide what we want to do next. It looks like Metalpad, who we should be able to subjugate under become King of Sweden, has taken somebody over, which is good news for us because however you say that province is part of Norway, which we can't normally attack. Screen caps that I posted, in all honesty, our curses right here. These guys went on a freaking rampage, and they just started taking people over, and then swore fealty to me, for God knows what reason. But take it, take what you can take. I don't think nobody's ready yet to swear fealty to us, but we're gonna surge down. We're gonna take Gotland. We're gonna take a break. Now I pulled off the hard part. So I don't think anybody's gonna accuse us of save scumming, which we're gonna save the game just in case like my power cuts out or something like that. While I take a break here, but yeah, we are. We just became the undisputed top dog of everything. So the chief of Scania, you're the same guy. No, you're not. Why don't you like us? Why don't you like us? Usurp title, minus 120. But what about who's in charge of Jelland? Oh, we got Jelland. How does this work? How does this bullshit work? See, this is what I'm talking about. This is the garbage that I am talking about. So we got Finn and Jelland. This puts us at 6 of 8 of our domain cap. We got that, so did their king die? Did Warjudith die? So he died. He died on June 20th, 770. So he died just before we ended this war. I don't know. I need to read up on how this subjugation works. I'm going to do that on my break. We're going to hit the recording. It's been 32 minutes even. 32 minutes even that my loving wife has sat on the couch behind me with her foot massager going and her earbuds in, listening to me drunk babble at my computer. Well, so much as just giving me the finger. She did ask me to get a towel at one point, but we're gonna have a smoke. We're gonna get a refill on the whiskey, and we're gonna continue this campaign. I'm gonna keep this video separate because you can snowball out of control from here. So if you want to have a good Norse Viking campaign, here's my advice to you. You want to do an Iron Man, you're gonna have to restart Scum. The AI is gonna do different shit every single time. I'm sure stats take a part of it. Actually, I know stats take a part of it. You're going to want good stats. You're going to need a high martial. You're going to need a martial over 20 with or without focus. With focus, martial over 20. Without focus, if your martial is over 20, you could probably pick a different focus and still be fine. But that first subjugation on Denmark, it's key because now we can subjugate everybody in here following my mouse. Everybody in here that is Sweden can be subjugated. And with Sweden and Denmark and part of Norway under our belt, these Norwegian motherfuckers are just going to start bending the knee. They're all going to start bending the knee. They'll all start swearing fealty, or we'll fabricate claims on them, which is harder as the Norse. But, I mean, hey, we got Gotland in that first month or two, so we'll see how that goes. So just restart Scum. Sorry to advocate for it, but restart Scum if you want to have that OP start. I didn't realize it was this hard. I'm not a restart Scummer. Literally my 4th ever campaign as a Norse person. I pulled off what I just did on this recording, and I thought, hey, no, this was me being talented. This was me being good. I didn't realize that it was complete RNG. Because I had done a 2 Jayland campaigns, 2 Denmark campaigns that were conservative, where I opened with subjugating Ostrogothia, Westergothia, Westergautland, however you want to call them. I did a Sweden campaign which was actually my first Norse playthrough, because I wanted to be Ragnar Lodbrok. And that one went all right until Gavelkind hit, and I had like 7 children for whatever reason. So my 4th playthrough, I re-rolled Sweden, and I said, hey, I'm going to subjugate Denmark so that I can declare ambition to become the king of Sweden and subjugate everybody there and be OP, and it worked. And I posted screenshots of it, got some positive feedback from the old Facebook group, and said, hey, I'm going to try to replicate that because it was skill. It wasn't RNG, but it's taken 6 tries. 6 tries is what it's taken to replicate what I did. And here we are. So I'm going to cut this recording off. I'm going to take a break. I'm going to come back, and we are going to play this through.